What's going on, everyone? American In Leeds, the American In Leeds YouTube channel and Spotify channel. Hope you're all doing fantastic. Cheers. I'm a coffee drinker. You might be having an adult beverage. You might be having some tea, some beautiful tea. Cheers. This is the start of 7 days of videos. I'm going to try to do some form of content for 7 days in a row. Hope the break was well for you. I've got some receipts here, some thoughts after the Leeds United 3-0 Millwall clean sheet by the lads. Massive 3 points, massive clean sheet, and hopefully is the start of something good for the Mighty Whites. All right, we're going to go through a list of some items that I think are important, not just from the previous match, but things that are happening, things to look out for. Number one, we are starting to see partnerships down the spine of the squad, which is an area that we were so nervous about. I was nervous about losing Rocca, losing Adams, not really having a 10 and a terrible center backs. There was not a spine to this team. There's a spine developing. Ruter, Perot, down the center on the attacking side of the pitch. Ampadu and Gray, nice partnership developing, and they really dictate the tempo in the midfield. Ampadu was my man of the match against Millwall. Let me know yours down below. I'm interested. Rodon and Pascal developing a partnership. I thought Rodon, I don't use this term, but Rolls Royce. Can we begin to start to think and dream that he is a Rolls Royce of a center back? The way he heads the ball, the way he reads the ball in the air is really, I don't know. I think it's something of beauty. Then he's just able to kind of just get around players. Hopefully the resurgence of a Meslier, although he's not really tested the way maybe he would have been in the Premier League. He has a little bit of a heavy touch with his left foot. He kind of puts the ball out there a little bit too, sometimes a little bit too uncomfortably when he's at his feet. And then, of course, we've got the 10 that might be missing, but the point of the 10 might just to be running at people. Like Dan James, when he was centrally, he was just running straight up at the defenders. Crescencio Somerville at the 10, just frightening speed and agility right at the center backs, and then pick your pass and then get back on it for a possible assist or a goal contribution. So I just think, and that might be the way Farka looks at the 10 spot this year, is just, I want speed running at the center backs. Dan James comes on. We get 2 goals. Coincidence? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. The first one obviously went off of his face or something. He tripped, but somehow the ball found to Perot. And by the way, we have a tap-in merchant at Leeds United. I want a tap-in merchant. Do you? I wanted one. I wanted Bamford to be that tap-in merchant, finding the space. He doesn't have to run between. Perot doesn't have to be running in between the center backs, running ragged, doing all the hold-up play. Be in the spot where there's a ball going across the 6-yard box. Be there to tap it in, and that's what Perot did. Thank goodness that we have we use this in the States, someone that has a nose for the goal. And I think Perot has the nose for the goal, and Ampadu has a nose for the football, the way he intercepts it and gets it off people. I just think, I think he's fantastic. Look, the competition for Nanto and Somerville for those starting winger positions is going to increase. I think Jaden Anthony and Dan James, everybody's going to kill me. Those 2 players, Jaden Anthony and Dan James, can make fun of Dan James all we want. He's a seasoned. He's been at Scum United. He's been with us. He's been at Fulham. He's a seasoned player, Welsh international, and I think there's something to be said for a little bit of competition there. Also, Jaden Anthony, another seasoned championship player, promotion underneath his belt. He will give Cree and Willie Nanto a little bit of a run, and I think it's good to have competition. And by the way, we have 3 games in 6 days this week. We'll get to that a little bit later, but more receipts. I think we're getting away with Luke Ayling at right back. We're in the championship. That's okay. I don't see Luke Ayling going away. I don't see him going away because Jed Spence came out today, Phil Hayes article, Jed Spence might be out to 8 weeks. I think that's going to turn into 12. I think that's going to turn into Christmas. I think we will be lucky if we see Jed Spence before Christmas. And I think there's a slight possibility with the LCL tear, partial tear, they're saying, that he will be out for the season. Why do I say that? Well, I have seen athletes tear ACLs, LCLs, partial tears, and the doctors and physios are basically saying, you can play on it. It's going to swell up. We're going to ice it. And in the off season, you're going to have surgery. Or they give them that option, knowing that you're going to have to manage it all season. Or you can opt for the surgery now and come back and start fresh at the beginning of summer. This is up to Jed Spence, I think. And it sounds like the club and him are opting to try to get some games in this season. I think there's a possibility that the 49ers Enterprises might have taken $1 million and lit it on fire with Jed Spence. And I think they needed to do that at the time. I think he's a good transfer to come in, and a little bit of a statement signing. But this is what happens. Injuries happen. I also, as soon as I heard ligament on Thursdays on Farka's press conference before the match, I started to kind of scratch my head and say, ooh, that doesn't sound good. Ligament does not sound good for the long term. So speedy recovery, Jed Spence, and hopefully we can see you play in front of the Ellen Road faithful soon. This is a small thing. The past 2 games, 2 weeks ago it was with Perot, but this was with Willie a lot against Millwall. He'll be watching kind of the run of play. He'll be watching the build-up and positioning himself, but he's looking at the ball. He's looking at the position of that, and then he's also looking at the the ball, and then he'll be looking forward. But the point is when he's not looking, or when some of our attackers aren't looking, they'll just get leveled. They will get. This is it's not even in American football we call it a tackle. Anything that goes to the ground is a tackle. But he's defenseless at this point, and I just think it's a dirty play, and it's been happening in the EFL. The EFL is the most physical league in the world, and Willie is, he's not a frail man. Neither is Joel Perot, but I just think that that's a dirty move. I'd like to see the refs at least call some fouls on that. It's clear to me that they're not looking and they just get leveled. That's actually an illegal hit in American football. American football, one of the more violent sports you might see. That's illegal because, and you actually get penalized in it in American football, by which it's, like I said, very physical, because it's called defenseless hit. So just something to look out for, and something that I've noticed in the EFL. Look, we've got the Whites take on Hull City Wednesday at MKM Stadium. Get your popcorn out for that. It's going to be interesting to see what kind of rotation happens in the squad this week, especially with Archie Gray. And then, of course, we host Watford Saturday at Ellen Road. Again, the start of 7 days of content from me, mainly ranting in my car, and hopefully one good podcast on Thursday. Everybody enjoy the rest of your Monday or Tuesday morning. Thank you for letting me be part of the Leeds United content creation world. My name, it's Alex Simon. I am out. Bye-bye.